The Flash, Season 7, Episode 6, titled The One with the 90s. And this episode is, I won't lie, it felt boring. This is a uninteresting episode. It felt filler. It had no purpose of moving the plot forward, except having a here's a fun story with Chester and Cisco, while Barry is asleep. And at the beginning it was cool. Oh, we're in the 90s. But then you realize that we're not actually in the 90s. It's just, we just put a Blockbuster thing on, a Blockbuster sign onto this thing. And it's like, we're in the 90s now, and we're in 90s clothes, and have some Say by the Bell shirts and all that. But it didn't, it just felt very just meh, really, because there's no continuation with the story. All the stuff doing with the Speed Force, all the stuff doing with, hey, we're going to create this device that is going to hopefully get these speed gods, and wake anytime they show up, we'll be notified, and blah 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 blah. You could easily have done that in next episode. Just like, boom, there they go. Do you really, like, I get it, you want to have Chester have a sense of his backstory, a sense of his family, and the relationship that he has with his dad. But it just felt so, it's just unnecessary, really. I mean, even though, what's the word? We're having 18 episodes, like 18 episodes. You know, we're nearly halfway. And we're halfway, nearly halfway, and there's no sense of momentum for the story, because in the first 3 episodes it was a season 6 episodes, 20, 21 and 22, and then it started for 2 weeks that has some momentum, but now it kind of stops, and it felt kind of unnecessary, and kind of just I was bored, really, and the villain was just bland, and all that, the stuff doing with the Speed Force, about Barry's blanket, like when he holds his blanket, he gets stared. I'm like, wait, is Barry 5? I get it's probably the blanket that happened on that night, but that, his mom got killed by the Reverse Flash and all that, but it's just, like, you have to understand sometimes that, like, not every episode is going to be great. You have to understand that when it comes to these longer seasons, like a 22, in this case 18 episode, there's going to be a lot of filler. There's going to be some filler episodes that just, we have our story map out, and we realize that it's only going to be probably 15 episodes, so we need to kind of have to, or 16, we have to kind of pat 2 episodes in or something. I don't know. And all that, which that's why I'm never a fan of, like, it has to be 22, it has to be 18, it must be X number. For me, it's like, map out the season, map out that season, map out the season, write the episodes, and if it's 12, it's 12, if it's 18, it's 18, it's 20, it's 20. And let the story be the judgment of the episodes, not the episode count is how the story gets told. And it's like, it's having 22 episodes or something. It feels like someone saying, every movie needs to be 3 hours, or it needs to be 2.5, or it needs to be 4 hours, whatever. No, if it suits the story, it suits the story, and that's where I go, because having a filler episode like this just felt just not good.